This video is messy. I don't know. I feel like I should start again. Usually, I'm so used to having notes or something around. This video is so raw, and I'm like, I'm not used to doing this unprepared. Should I start again? I think I should. Let me start again. Hey there, beautiful person. I hope you are doing well, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. So before I start, there's some two individuals who wanted to say hi. Come say hi. Come say hi. Hi. Hello, Uonekani. Hi. Yeah, so these are my beautiful cousins.
Hi, welcome to Diana's channel. Welcome to Diana's channel. I'm Naomi and me, I'm Monica. Bye. Bye.
Hello beautiful person, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I hope you're doing well. So I don't have any day fresh to be, meaning this is about to get real up in here. Okay, like this is like going to be a seriously video, maybe. I don't know, let's see how it goes. I'm really winging this video. Usually I'm used to like having, like when I'm having talking videos, I have notes and everything, and this time I was like, you know what, Dana, speak from your heart, like, because I feel like this is whatever I'm going to say is something that someone out there needs to hear. And if you're blessed to have people in your life who speak this kind of encouragement onto you, kudos. If you don't, that's why I'm here. But anyway, so I'm just going to start out by being honest. Like, I'm just going to dive right in. And the truth is, I have gained weight this corona. I don't know if I'm alone. If you've been repping, I don't know, exercising, good for you. If you've been keeping up on your healthy lifestyle, okay, not that I've been unhealthy, but like if you've been active physically, good for you. For some of us, life took a dive in terms of all that, and I don't know if I'm the only one who's going through it. Like if you're a student who has online classes and now you're at home, or if you don't even have online classes and you're just at home, or if you're working at home, from home, or like, you know, all these things, or if you're a person who's in high school or primary and you're just at home being the key word in all of this. But what I wanted to talk to you about is your body is still your body. Don't let anyone take it away from you. And obviously no one will take your body like physically except God, but that got dark a bit. But what was I saying? In terms of mentally, I feel like what I mean by someone taking your body is when you decide to give it ownership. In terms of the words people say, if you decide it to have a place in your heart and in your mind. And with this said, the first thing I'm just going to say is I honestly think people should practice a bit more emotional intelligence. And that's just my opinion out here, because I feel like for as long as you're not helping, and I've said this before, you're not helping anyone in any way in terms of their body. Like if someone hasn't told you, hey, I want you to tell me if I'm losing or gaining, hey, I want you to help me in this lifestyle or in exercising, or hey, I want you to cook for me. Like for me, people who feed me, you can tell me to stop eating, like you're allowed because you're feeding me. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is people should practice emotional intelligence in terms of the words they decide to speak. And for me, I completely understand how fast nature it is to like speak out something you notice about someone. Na hey, umenona, na hey, umekona, na hey, umekuwa mufik, na hey, like you know, like all these things. And it's like you're telling someone who lives in that body something about them. Like, tell me how that makes sense. First of all, why do we even do that? Like, you know, like, especially when it comes to bodies, like it's not like when you tell me I've gained or lost, I wouldn't suddenly like change if that's what you want. If you're saying it from a place of I've changed this way, I won't revert back now that your words have said something. So like for me, actually, and you have to be very intentional about this. For me, you will never find me comment about someone's body unless they start that conversation. Let me just be honest. Unless they start that conversation, then I'll come into it. But I'll never all of a sudden just sit down with myself and then look at someone and go like, "Umenona, I'm umekonda," like, unless it's in, like, it's something we've talked about. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, but all I'm saying is that people need to be more mindful of the things they say, because oftentimes to someone who's really skinny and you tell them that they're skinny, or someone who's already big, and like, you get what I mean, and you're already telling them, they're already beating themselves up physically. Or like for you who's watching, like, you're already beating yourself up physically of all the changes that someone is saying. It doesn't really make anything better. And I don't know why you'd say something that isn't going to make anything better. I don't know why you'd want to say something that's going to make things worse, unless you're a sadist. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm out here telling you that however your body has taken you through these tangents of change, because I mean a lot has changed. A lot. We used to be so active, and now activity has reduced almost halfway. And your body is going through the walks of life with you. So how do you not expect it to also change? And love the changes that it's also taking you through. Enjoy it, because the worst thing that I've seen people do, myself and also other people, is look down on yourself. Let's say when I was like 13, I used to be like, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. And then now, fast forward, I'm in my 20s, I'm like, what was I saying? Like, what was I thinking? Like, what was wrong with me? And you're probably also doing the same thing now. You're probably looking down at yourself and all these things, especially if you're in a niche that society doesn't celebrate. Right now, society celebrates the thin, the tight, flat stomach, and maybe you're just not in that category at all or anymore. Like, things have changed, and that's okay. Like, don't wait for other people to celebrate you for you to feel okay with yourself. And also, especially if you're in your 20s, I'm just speaking to fellow 20-ans out here. Imagine, and this is also something that I didn't accept in the beginning, imagine you're still growing, like for real. My mom used to tell me this, and I'm like, you just want me to be a baby. But then come to think about it, it's true, and I've seen it. Some jeans don't fit no more, and it's not because of weight. Like, to be honest, part of it is, but at the same time I can tell that there's some permanent change. Like, there's some things that will only change permanently. But you know, you just be happy with wherever you are right now and celebrate it, because it will change, it will be gone. And that could be a good or bad thing, like, you never know. And don't wait for it to be gone for you to suddenly be like, oh my goodness, I was so this or I was so that. And for me, I'll just give an example. My brows, for example. My brows, 2007, 2010, were nothing to be celebrated. These were bushy stuff. These were like, I still do. It's punguzad, but like, I even used to have like tiny unibrows at the center. Like, I had the whole thing. And right now my brows, like, are still thick for the most part. But at that time, the thing to be celebrated were tiny, you know, that one line kind of brow. And I remember looking at it, and like, I was young, I was pretty young back then, but then for some reason girls are subjected to this, I don't know, to these observations early in life. But like, I used to be like, oh, like, I want that. And like, I tell my mom would be like, you're not shaving for eyebrows, for who, for what? For who, for what? And I remember actually remember being very sad about it. And even like, there was a lot. I remember there was a time I wanted to even change my hair, because someone on America's Next Top Model had like really nice palmed out curly hair, and I was like, yeah, and she was like, And like, now fast forward with all these changes, and now my eyebrows, the thick brows, have now become a thing. And it's like, what if I had shaved to the universe my eyebrows? Like, what if I had really messed them up? And then now fast forward, I can't really celebrate with the change, you get. So you just be you, whether it's in fashion or not. At some point, the society or everyone's ideology of what beauty is will catch up with, or they will catch up with you. Don't try catch up with them. Let them catch up with you. Okay, so anyway, with that said, like there are different eras throughout what beauty is. So the time when you were obese, it means you were beautiful because it meant that you were rich and you could afford all the food. Fast forward, it's not popular. Like, we're trying to celebrate all bodies, but at the same time we're now realizing that's unhealthy. And at the same time, at some point, having rotten teeth was also a sign of prestige because it meant you could afford candy. Fast forward, you try smile with a set of rotten teeth, everyone will be like, bruh, I have a dentist, do you need me to recommend you? Like, you know. So anyway, so with all that said, learn how to love you now. Stop waiting to be a certain size for you to be happy, especially if you're trying to be that size to fit in. Let me tell you, you'll be going through all the pains, you'll be going through all the whatnots, and you'll never be satisfied. You'll continuously look at your body like, why isn't this changing to this? Why isn't my tummy flat enough? Why is this that? Like, for as long as you're healthy, and for me the definition of healthy is when all the systems in your body work in cohesion, from your heart to your breathing system to your digestive. Are they all working in cohesion to keep you alive? If they are, if you're not, I don't know, having heart problems or like gastric problems and all these things, you're healthy. And now that aside, the other stuff is what the world we live in tries to tell you should be. And this is also for men. Like, if you're a guy and you're watching this, recently Rihanna put a plus size man on one of her fashion shows, and let me tell you, the way my mind realized that I also have a toxic mind without even knowing. Like, we're all naturally biased. And if you actually think about it, we've been standing up for women, and women need, you know, more diversity, and women this and women that. But we've actually never embraced plus size male models the way we should. Like, think about it. Even I, in my own biasness, have been like, oh, plus size women, plus size models, plus size. But have you ever stopped to imagine and comprehend and appreciate plus size men on a runway? Like, it's out of the norm, but it should be there. Like, I don't even know why it's taken us this long, but every body type should be there because there's no standard. Like, standards are overrated and honestly untrue, because right now the thing that's in is, I don't know, tiny waist, big hips and big butt, and I don't know, right now is a flat chest or big chest embrace. I don't even know. Like, I don't keep up with these things, but there's just so much, and people are going through all the photo editing, all the I don't know what, just to look like that. And then once you've looked so inflated, alafu, like, are you now better inside, or are you only better briefly because now you're accepted? It's short-lived. But anyway, why do I keep on saying with all that said? I think it's because I'm scared of this video being too long and no one watching till the end. Because I realize, like, when there's nothing much to entertain someone, your attention span. Anyway, yeah, I hope with that said that I've made someone out there feel much more better about their bodies. Whether you're still growing, because you still are, and it's okay to still grow. It doesn't mean that you're a baby. It just means that you're not yet aging. And trust me, that's something good, if I honestly need to remind you. And you know, if you're growing or if your body is going through all these changes, let it. It's a beautiful thing, and you're a beautiful person. Period. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Honestly, I hope you've watched till the end. If you have, just double click, just like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, also subscribe. But anyway, with all that said, I hope you have a beautiful day or evening, whatever time I will post this, and I hope to see you later. Bye bye.